Hi, welcome to the 20-second hammer tutorial. We're going to make a waterfall today. You need Photoshop or GIMP to participate in the whole tutorial. If you do not have either of these, you can download GIMP for free off the internet. You would do some Googling. Or you can just download the textures that we're going to make in the sidebar, and I can show you how to put them in Hammer at the end of the tutorial. So after you load up Photoshop or GIMP, you want to create a new image with a transparent background of 512 by 512. And you want to make sure that you have black on 1 and white on 2. And then go to Filter, Render, Clouds. Then you want to go to Filter, Render, Fibers. Then click OK. Now you'll have this. You want to go to Filter, Sample, QuickTile. You can get this Photoshop plugin from the sidebar. And now you want to save as. Now just save it as a ping. And we need to open this in Crazy Bump. If you have the NVIDIA normalmap maker, that will work just the same. So you can use that too. But I prefer Crazy Bump. So you just want to open up your normalmap. And then find something that you like. You don't want it to be super Crazy Bump. So usually something around the lines of what I have here are really good. So and then just click save normals to file, and save it. Doesn't matter what you save it as because we still need to reopen it in Photoshop. So now you open the new file in Photoshop. You want to unlock the background layer and create a new layer on top of it, and select your gradient tool. Now I usually zoom in for this, or it doesn't really matter. You want to hold down Shift and then drag a line from the left side to the right a little bit. You'll get this gradient. You want this. This is going to be where it fades out the image on the side, so we don't have a rough waterfall and it looks retarded. So you want to do that to both sides. You want them to be about equal. So this can be kind of annoying to get perfect, but I mean it doesn't really matter. No one's going to know the difference. Then you want to hit Select Pixels and then select Layer 0 and hit Delete. And now you can delete Layer 1. And now we have a gradient effect on both sides. And now you just want to save this as waterfall_NRM as a ping. And now we want to open up our original ping, or if you still have it open, that's fine. Now you want to go to Image, Adjustments, and Color Balance. You'll get this window to pop up, and you want to make your image bluish. This is going to be a scrolling texture in the background, so just make that to your content. And then open up the normal map and copy the image and paste it. And now right click, hit Select Pixels, and then Control-Shift-I. This is for invert selection. You can use from the menus instead. And then just press delete when you have the first layer selected. And now both images will have the exact same gradient, and then you can delete the normal map off this layer. And now you want to set the opacity to about 15 to 20%. It'll look like nothing's there, but in game you can really see it being there. So then just save that as waterfall. And now you want to open these both up into VTF Edit, and then save them. Or you can use Save as VTF within Photoshop. Either one will work. But again, I just prefer VTF Edit. Then you want to go to your Steam folder, Counter-Strike, or whatever source game you're making this for. And then create a new folder. I'm going to make mine called Waterfall. Then you want to drag your new two images in there. And now that they're in there, we need to create a VMT for this. Now I'm going to copy and paste the VMT code into the sidebar, and I'll also show it to you guys here. So you just right click, go to new, text document, and then waterfall_nrm.vmt. If you don't have file extensions, you can create the VMT with VTF-edit, or you can turn them on within Windows options. So for this, we want to use a refract, and this is the code that you want to input. You actually don't need a dudvmap anymore, due to the fact that those are for computers running DirectX 8 or lower, and if they're running DirectX 8 or lower, they shouldn't be playing Counter-Strike. So now that we have that, you just want to click X, create a new text document, name it waterfall.bmt. Then you want to input this. You can just pause it here to see all the code, or you can copy and paste from the sidebar. And now that that's in, we want to load up Hammer. And if you don't have Photoshop, this is where you would come into the tutorial. You go to New, or you load up the map that you want. I already have a map made. My water's going to pour from the spout up here. So first thing we want to do is we want to get a node draw texture. You can just grab it from a face. Then you want to make a brush approximately 1 or 2 segments thick. And you want to make it come from the wherever the origin is going to be. And then usually you just have it fall into water. It's the best way of making it look, or you make it fall into somewhere where the player cannot see. So just remember that if you want your waterfall to look nice, you have to think about what the player can see, and if they really need to see the whole thing. So now once we have one brush here, you want to browse for waterfall in your face edit sheet. Select the one that looks like a normal map. Then click on it. You'll see that you have black with a transparent line. If your line is in the middle like mine, just click Fit, and now you'll see it changed the XY and XY in the texture shift. On the scale, you want to make both numbers match whichever number's lower. Then you hit Apply. Now you want to press Ctrl T and make this a funk brush. And make it solidity, never solid. And now if you hold down Shift and drag it, it'll make a copy. You want to place this behind it. I have one segment in between mine, as you can see. Now we want to apply our second texture to the back here, so we get the same scrolling effect. And both of them must be funk brushes with a solidity of 0. And now compile the map, and I'll see you in Counter-Strike. Alright, we're in Counter-Strike now, and if you did everything that I showed you correctly, you'll end up with the result of this. Now, the sound, of course, I added myself after I produced this tutorial. If you want to learn how to do the sound, actually, it's a soundscape done inside Hammer, not in the video editor. The waterfall refracts whatever's behind it, and you can kind of see the texture scrolling behind it, which adds for a more realistic water effect. And the water below has the Militia River texture scrolling on top of it as a funk illusionary on top of normal water, which makes it look more like water scrolling from it. So I hope this tutorial has helped you with any problems that you've had, or if you just wanted to learn how to make a waterfall, I hope it showed you. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.